to talk about new opportunities within new marketing plan. Some people call it enhanced marketing plan, enhancements. I just call it new, just to be straight and to make sure that we all understand that game changed. And game changed completely. Sooner we understand, better for us. And I will be, in the next hour, I'm going to actually deliver the changes to you. I will try to explain what the difference is between the past and the future, so we will discuss it. Now, let me go, where should I point, by the way? I remember Juan Miguel Mendoza was trying to point to the screen. I remember this one. Oh, that's the one. So, in order to appreciate the plan and the future and how to build it, we need to understand three main business metrics. Business metrics. We all at the leadership position, and we need to look at all kinds of business metrics. And there are too many business metrics, so bottom line, actually, there are very important, three of them are very important. First of all is something called supervisor average volume. We need to look at it, because this is what we want to improve. Average supervisor average volume means how much money your supervisors are making. Very simple, right? Do you agree with that? Very simple. Second is percentage of ordering supervisors. Very important. If most of our supervisors are not active and not ordering, this is bad news for us. If most of them are active, good news. Very simple. And the last one is supervisor requalification. If most of our supervisors requalified, means there is sense of they have a reason to continue, they have reason to be there and to do this business. In many of them don't requalify, it means there is no business for them, which means something is wrong with the whole system. We have best product, best this, best that, but people don't stay with us, it means we do something wrong. So, and I'm just trying to give you a range of what is good and what is bad based on the 20 years of observation in different countries, organizations, and ups and downs of many people, countries, and so this is the range. And so 500 volume points per supervisor is not good. It means people are not making money, most of them. Or percentage of ordering supervisors, 25% is not good, 75% is good. It could be worse, it could be even better. We have organizations with 100% active supervisors. We also have organizations with less than 25% active supervisors, and this is the range more or less. Now you can go into your organizations, and now when you see 30% active supervisors placing orders, now you can understand that you have a big room to improve. Or if you have 75, 80% active supervisors, you just keep going because everything is just great in your business. So you don't need to fix anything, you just keep growing. You just add more people, you train the way you've trained because people are active within your organization. And same supervisor or qualification, 25% means we are losing too many people, 75% requalified means we are keeping most of people, and retention is high. Supervisor requalification and retention is actually the same, more or less, okay? It's the same. Retention. Retention, you've heard Des Walsh was mentioning retention. We are the only company which publishes retention, right? So retention is the key figure. Company is very much preoccupied with the retention, and we all must be preoccupied with the retention. Retention is the name of the game. No retention, no future. This I can put it in a very simple way. If we are not able to retain our customers, distributors, and supervisors, we have no future. We are going to replace, then we get tired, and then we quit. Not we, maybe, but, get team members and whole team members, they just get tired and they quit if they are not able to keep people and they are in replacement business. So retention is the name of the game. So the next slide is why it is so crucial to have good fundamental metrics. Here's the difference between two different, this is in my statement, I have different kinds of organizations performing better, performing worse. So this is the differences between this. This is one type of performance. Are you aware of this? Are you familiar with this type of statement? Everybody is? This is... How many of you never seen this picture? Alan, you used to rule the world. So this is something called lineage report. It's available within your BizWorks. You download it from BizWorks and you can see these are just volumes. There are no names, but actually everything is there. Names, supervisors, everybody. We call it between us traffic light report because of colors. In colors you can see different people. Empty spaces means zeros, no volume. And this is another picture of organization which is doing pretty well. Everybody is doing something. Some people using products, some people sell products, and some people build business, which is fine. Okay? This is something which we don't want to have. This is low retention, low engagement, not good. And this is high retention, high engagement, very effective organization, and so on and so on. We can have even more effective. We can have, most everybody would be green. Means everybody is making good money. But anyway, I'm trying to show you the difference between low retention, engagement in the business numbers versus higher. So, and this is what we want to do. Now, what does it mean 25% retention? Many people say 25, 40, companies' averages is 49 now. It used to be less than 20. Now it's 49. Things are getting better. But what does it mean for me? For the individual leader with your millionaire team or president's team organization? What does it mean? 25%, 40? What is the right number? Where we want to be? And I just want to give you two examples, very technical, very simple to understand. What does it mean 25% retention, and what does it mean 75% retention, and what the difference is for you, and why companies so anxious to increase retention. It's not the company. You should be anxious to increase your own retention, because company's average retention is resulted from all our retentions. Small retention, small organizations or big organizations. So this is what gives companies 49% last year. But last year 49% is average. It means there are organizations with 25 and with 75% retention. So the average is 49. You understand what I'm saying? So you want to be better than average, right? You want to keep more people. So let me just give you two examples, very clear and simple. This is what it means to have 25% retention. It means, let's say you are supervisor. This is you or your organization or your country. It's not important. This is a principle to understand why you should be so much preoccupied with retention. You must be preoccupied with retention before you're preoccupied with recruiting. Some people say recruiting, 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 then they recruit, bring people into something, into whatever environment. They're not able to retain people. They lose people, so they keep recruiting all the time, and they keep losing people. So in this case, we say forget about recruiting. You don't need to think about recruiting. You need to fix the problem, and the problem is retention. Something is wrong with the business operation. Once you fix retention situation, now recruiting is becoming a big thing. Because recruiting is becoming incremental for your business now. You recruit, you bring new people in, they stay, and they perform. Otherwise, recruiting has no meaning. It's just replacing people. And business is not growing, or business growing and then falling down. So, two cases, technical, a little school of basics in retention. So, it's you or whatever. Let's say that in 2009, you had 4 supervisors, which represents 100% of your supervisor organization, but we just take it 4. 4 supervisors is 100%. Okay? Now we are able to retain only 25%. It means that the next year, 2010, we are going to retain only 1, and we are going to lose 3. Right? Are you with me? Is it clear to everybody this example? we lose 3 out of 4 with 25% retention. You lose 3/4 of your supervisor count, and only 1 requalifies and stays with you. This is the reality behind 25% retention. Now, if you want to grow, you will need to replace 3 which you lost, and you will need to add 1 more. It means that you, as a person, as a supervisor, or as an average supervisor, you will need to bring 4 times more supervisors in than you. It means you, 1, need to bring 4. You understand what I'm saying? So you lost 3, you need to replace 3, and you need to bring 1 more in order to grow. With that, okay, good growing markets or organizations on average can add, and this is average statistics, can add 50% of supervisor count during the year. This is the situation. It's a reality. Some people do a bit more, some people do a bit less, but this is 50%. It means if you have 100 supervisors, right, by the end of the year, you do good business, you can have 100. You can have 200. You can't do from 100, you can't get 1,000. You understand? So it's not realistic. So what is realistic is to have to add 50% of supervisors every year. Now it means that local supervisor can only add on average half supervisor. 1 supervisor can bring half supervisor on average. Is it clear? Are you with me? Still? This kind of business doesn't work because half supervisor is not 4 supervisors. You understand? We technically, physically cannot do it. We can't replace 3 and bring 1 more because on average we know that we can only bring half supervisor. This is statistics, which means our expectations, it's not realistic expectations. Person who is counting or hoping to achieve it is just dreamer, this person. The person with the very low retention rates and big hopes is a dreamer. This is bottom line. There is a big gap between illusion this person lives in and the reality of losing people and trying to replace. Okay? Our troops are getting tired and they just quit. Okay? And this is part of bad retention. It's not just new people are losing us. It's also old people who had this hope to grow. The hope didn't become a reality, so all the recruiters also leave us. Did you lose recruiters from your organization sometimes? Did it happen to you? They got tired, they recruited, and then they lost. And I mean, they lost everything, and they recruited again and lost, and then they got tired and they go. Right? So, next is, let me show you 75% retention. If you have 75% retention, it means that in 2009 you lost only 1 person, 3 requalified. Right? And stay with you to the next year. And now you are 4 of you need to bring 2, which means half the supervisor per existing supervisor, which is very realistic. This is exactly what happens. This is exactly the way to grow, is to keep existing troops around you and let them recruit. So what I'm doing in my organization, I don't ask anybody to recruit. I don't have this message this is not part of my message. Recruit, recruit, recruit. No. Retain, retain, retain. This is my message, right? And once people stay in the business, they will naturally recruit. It's not a problem to recruit. You know who recruits? Is a person who is excited, who stays with me. I don't need to come and get my excited supervisor making money, having 30, 40, 50 customers around, making excited with everything going on, I don't need to convince someone to recruit. Do you agree with that? If you have 30, 40, 50 customers around you, do you have a problem to recruit? You have 3, 4, 5 customers who want to be like you anyway. You don't need to think twice how to recruit. So 4 supervisors can easily bring 2 during the year. This is it. And then you can grow. Because you lost 1, you replaced 1, and you add 1. And 4 people can do it, but 1 cannot bring 4. 4 can bring 2, 1 cannot bring 4. That's it. And if we don't understand it, we will keep dreaming. Which means everybody needs to stop, to look in the mirror and have a discussion with yourself. What is my retention in my group? And why? Okay, now this, let me just give you an example how this new marketing plan allowed us to improve retention and improve all performance and improve everything in one particular country called Russia. And I live in Israel, and I do my business in Russia in a remote way, coming there twice a year. The rest is done by phone. And Russia is a big territory, many cities, many different people and organizations and so forth. So slowly but surely the message is getting in. Slowly. And it's not easy. It was not easy, and it's still not easy to make this transition. But transition is going on, and things are improving. Let me just give you an example. We are now looking at distributors. Distributors is more important than supervisors. Some people say, I'm looking for serious people, and I work with serious people, which means I screen so-called not serious people out. I think it's a mistake. We don't need to screen anybody. We don't need to look for serious people anymore due to a very simple reason. In the old marketing plan, we used to look for people who are serious, so-called. Serious means ready to go and place 4,000 volume points order. Let's face it. This is something which was called serious. For me, serious is someone who loves product. That's it. It's serious enough. Because if I have someone who loves products, this person has friends and family. I go with this person to friends and family, and we start business without saying business, without even mentioning business. We go and create it. We create facts. Customers under my customer means business. That's it. If you have a customer and you put this customer's mother on product, it means there is 2 lines already. There is organization going on. And if you put under mom, you put, just customers, nobody's a distributor yet. Under mom, you put mom's, your aunt, okay? So you have line of 3. It's established fact already. This is what we are looking at. We are looking at customers and we are looking at distributors, not serious supervisors. Because supervisors, it's already a result of our dealings with distributors and customers. If we deal with customers and distributors in the right way and we engage them into the business, they will become good future supervisors. So we don't need to think about serious supervisors. Trust me. They will appear as a result. Serious supervisors is not the goal, is a result of our right strategy applied at the distributor level. So the new marketing plan allows us to accumulate volume and to keep going and to develop slowly but surely develop distributors rather than looking for the next superstar. Some people call them victims. Anyway, so where I was? Right. Can we have back again, please? Thank you. So let me just show you what happened. We introduced, in Russia, if you remember, why we are dealing with Russia is because this new marketing plan was piloted in Russia, and we have 3 years of experience now, and the rest of the world has only 1 year, and the interesting things start to happen from 3rd year. You have 2 years to go, guys, to see real results. But 2 years from now, it's going to go crazy. 2 years from now, if you apply this plan into you will see immediate results at the level of supervisor personnel volumes. You're going to go crazy. Now, some of you already feel it. How many of you felt it immediately at your supervisor levels when you applied new marketing plan? How many of you? You see, many of you already seen first signs. But 2 years from now, you're going to see the growth is going to go like this now. And in 2013, it's going to go like that. You're going to see it. 3rd year. I will show you why. I will show you why. It's because now with this average supervisor retention of 49%, we're equal. You know where we are? We're equal. We are losing and keeping same amount of people at 50% retention. That's why we grow very slowly now. Slowly means 14-16% a year. Still, we are doing good. We are doing better than in the past. But we are still losing half of our supervisor count, which means we need to replace half the company every year and more in order to grow. You understand the problem? But we are going to fix this problem because you are going to deal with distributors level. And distributors constitute 10 times bigger audience than supervisors. This is where we need to apply our talents at the distributor level. And once you work with a distributor and distributor is becoming good supervisor and retains with the business, then you will see the difference. You need 2 more years to make it massive. We will see improvement in retention. We will go from 50% to 55 to 60 and to 70% average and to 80% average. It will take 3, 4, 5 years. 3 to 4, 5 years. We are going to be in the situation 3, 5, 4 years from now when since you don't lose anything, you're going to see such a big incremental business due to the very simple reason. There's showed us yesterday recruiting was up. You remember he said 5 years ago it was 700,000 distributors and last year it was 1.3 million distributors, right? You paid attention? So imagine that out of this 1.3 million we would have 1 million supervisors. Can you imagine it? Every year. And we stopped losing from here we stopped losing and here we getting so many new people because everyone is in the game now. When they all accumulate volume, we don't screen for the superstar anymore. We develop everybody. So we stop losing here and we start gaining here. But this here is 10 times bigger. Let me just give you an example so you would understand the potential and you will see that company is going to grow not by 15%, 14% and 16%. The company is going to grow by 50% and 60% and 70% because retention will be translated into percentage of growth. You will see it just 3 years from now. So if you can hear us, so I just want you to let you know and reach that you will need guys to take care of new factories and new facilities to produce more products, and we will get to 10 billion sooner than 2020. It's already established fact. You can see it because you need 24 months from now really to see it. Let me show you. Can we get this on screen, please, the Elmo? Thank you very much. So here's the old situation. This is 100 distributors we used to recruit in the old plan. Some people, by the way, they still live in the old plan. They didn't apply it yet. That's fine. So out of this 100 new distributors, you would have, let's say, 15 supervisors on average, company's average, or 20 maybe. Out of this, we used to have 20% retention, which means, right? 20% retention means 2 out of, or 3 out of 15 would requalify, right? supervisors. This is 80 distributors. You remember, we've been losing them. It was a raw material to find next supervisor. You remember those times? So we lost those 80 distributors. Now we got 15 or 20 supervisors, out of which we lost 70, 80%, which means 2 or 3 people out of 100 stayed with us. This was our numbers. It's very difficult to replace 100 people by 3 people. And another fact which we all need to know, only 4% of supervisors are actually recruiters. Only 4%, which means you can't find one even, maybe one. Maybe half person out of this one, out of this 100 distributors could become a recruiter at the end of the day, which means chances to replace with the low retention are extremely low. There is no future with the low retention. But old marketing plan didn't allow us to work with distributors. It was just raw material to screen and find the next supervisor. With the new marketing plan started with the supervisor requalification several years ago, and we managed to double retention from 20 to 50 now, which means now we can keep half the supervisors. It's already great news for us, right? But the biggest news are coming now with this 5K cumulative type of qualification, where all distributors can start accumulating volume, and we want them to accumulate volume, and we don't divide people into serious and not serious anymore. Everybody is serious. You love the product, you purchase it from the company, you have volume points, you've got 100 volume points for your personal use, great. You're in the middle of supervisor qualification, whether you know or you don't know. Any customer having 100 volume points is a qualifying supervisor now. Are you aware of that? Technically, it means every person who loves the product will eventually become supervisor at the end of the day. Can you imagine? Everyone. So what's the difference between screening people out and getting people on product and let them love the product? Can we do it? Should I be a great recruiter in order to let someone to love the product? No. I'm just regular supervisor. Regular supervisor who can sell products and let people feel good about it. That's it. It means every supervisor can build a business now. We don't need to be a great recruiter. Big charismatic guy stands on, stage pitching the thing. No. Everybody can grow like crazy now. And this is what we can see. We've seen in Mexico with nutrition clubs, we could see different type of leadership. You are getting into the nutrition club, there is old lady, 100 years old, sitting in the chair in front of her nutrition club and sleeping. We've seen it with our eyes. She sleeps. She has no idea what's going on in her home. And we are getting into it, and we say, who owns this club? And they say, this lady out there. 100 years old lady, sleeps under the sun, and and within this club is crazy things are going on. Everybody's doing shade, and they put money aside, and they say, this is the money we all put, and she owns the club. And she has no idea that she owns the club. This is new level, this is new type of leadership. I'm not kidding. She is the leader in her little community, in her village. She is the leader in nutrition. And it's duplicated, and other people are opening clubs. And she has no idea but she gets the royalty check already. It's new reality. We just need to understand that, and marketing plan now adapted to this kind of people. Everybody can do business now. Everybody. But now big news are coming. We've been dealing with the little things called supervisors. Now we are dealing with distributors, 10 times bigger audience. 10 times, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't start our business yet. When people are getting on stage and saying, it's just the beginning, it's just the beginning, you know this sentence, right? Everybody is saying it's just the beginning. Michael Johnson is saying we're just scratching the surface or something like that, right? This is exactly what is going on, ladies and gentlemen. We're just the beginning. I just want to welcome you to the new company with the new marketing. You didn't see the business yet. You are going to see it in 2013. You are going to see something you never seen. Just 2 years from now. But let me tell you why. We are dealing now with much higher number of people. We are going to see 70% of distributors engaged. We see it already in Russia. Because we have longer history, we see 70% of distributors, 60-something, I don't remember exact number, 60-something% of people having volume and placing orders. Distributor count. You understand this is 10 times more than we have supervisors? It means we have now qualifying supervisors, 10 times more qualifying supervisors than existing supervisors. Do you understand that time will pass anyway? You understand that next 2 or 3 years will pass anyway? You understand that we are going to have 10 times more supervisors just because they are qualifying now? Because we are not primitive thinkers as of what do I have today. We are building the future. And the future is unbelievable because we are going to have, just based on the existing qualifying supervisors, they don't know, some of them, that they are qualifying supervisors, by the way. But we do. We're going to have 10 times more supervisors based on existing before we recruited tomorrow a new person. Can you imagine the new reality? I have 500 plus something supervisors in my 3 generations, right? On top of it, I have 17 or 1600 distributors within 3 generations. 1,000 out of these 1600 have volume. Which means they are placing orders and they will become eventually supervisors. Which means on top of my 500, whatever supervisors, I don't remember the exact number, I have 1,000 qualifying. They add new people, they don't lose people, personal volumes are growing. Personal volumes are growing, royalties are growing. We don't lose people, new people come and stay. People under them come and stay, they get excited, they become recruiters. People who never thought about becoming recruiters, they just love products. It's a completely new game. You're going to feel it 12 months from now, you're going to go crazy. But 24 months from now, you will not recognize yourself, your checks, the company, anything else. I'm just wondering whether Rich Good is going to build enough factories to supply products to us. This is all I care about. So let's go. Can we go to the percentage of total orders placed by distributors is growing every year. Eventually 90% of volume is going to be done by distributors and not by supervisors. Give me 3 more years, I will show you 90%. And then we get retired. Just kidding. So total volume done by distributors is now 36%. It's going to be 80-90% done by distributors, qualifying supervisors. It means you can count your future. You will know exactly how many supervisors, with what production you are going to have 12 months later. You can plan your spendings even. So this is, you don't see it, but every fundamental factor is improved, constantly improving in this country. When we started to push the new marketing plan, everyone, volume is up. But one thing I wanted just to show you, everyone is up. Only one is down, which is percentage of traditional supervisors, because they are replaced partially by 5K, and we want them down. We want 5K to grow. By the way, a big part of 4K traditional supervisors are actually qualified, are actually started as 5K. And on the way, they just completed their qualification as 4K, so the system sees them as 4K, as traditional supervisors, but they all started as 5K. So they all started to accumulate volume this way or another. I want to show you something very interesting. You see, the laser point doesn't work, but it's not important. I want to show you that volume points grew by 30% Okay? But volume coming from new supervisor qualifications increased by 2% only. What it means? What this means? Volume is increasing faster than supervisor count. This is what I want you to know. Volume is increasing faster, substantially faster, than the number of supervisors is increasing. Which means the first time in the history we can witness not just extensive business. We've been in extensive business, means you want to grow, add more supervisors. But now we also witness intensive business. Business is intensifying. We have more volume per existing supervisors than ever before. And it keeps growing. And I can tell you something. We're going to see very interesting, we already see it in certain cities and organizations. Volume is growing, supervisor volume is constantly growing by 100 volume points a month. Average supervisor personal volume is growing by 100 volume points a month, every single month. Boom, boom. They add people but don't lose. It means a year from now it's going to be 1,000 more. 2 years from now it's going to be, average is going to be 3,000, 4,000 volume points. Average volume. Once you stop losing people, you start growing like crazy on all parameters are improving very fast. Okay, next. Please. Next is some examples. 71% of 5K qualifiers, they have regular 4K. They have 47% reorder. They reordered 47%. And big part of them are 5K. So we don't exactly know. Probably the difference between 5K and 4K is even more dramatic. My understanding, more or less, is that 4K is at around 30% reorder, while 5K is at around 70% reorder. Okay? 71%. 3 times more. This is more or less the feeling. Facts are slightly different, but difference is so huge and so dramatic. I can't even describe it to you. 71%. We have organizations and cities with 100% immediate reorder. 100%. You understand? It means all new supervisors are immediately active. The very next month, immediately active. And you know what it depends on? It depends on the period, the length of period spent by these people being distributors. It's scientifically proved now. Write this down. As longer your distributors stay as distributors while you're building under them, you help them to develop their circle of influence, higher the probability of them for higher retention, higher requalification, higher production, higher performance, higher everything. Longer they spend as distributors, some people badly want to qualify them immediately. We bring 10, we qualify 2. This is all times. But I can tell you, shorter the period, higher the probability to lose them afterwards. Longer the period they spent as distributors, higher the probability for them to stay around. So that's why you need to be patient. You need to be building rather than recruiting and qualifying. New plan allows you not to lose volume points. So you just add and add and add and add. This is what you do. Okay? Did you understand that longer the 6 months is great? And if they want to go for supervisor immediately, what do? I say, no. Because if brand new distributor comes to me and says, I want to be tomorrow's supervisor, and I say, yes, let's do it. Or even worse, I come to brand new distributor, say, I want you to become supervisor tomorrow. Brand new person. No product results, no distributor training, no customers, no distributors, nothing. And this person is becoming supervisor. The chances to lose this person afterwards is very high. So that's why I slow them down. I say, No, you don't need it. What you're going to do with all those products? Let's go and build. We need, how many customers do we have? How many friends you have? 3, 4, 5? 500 volume points. Senior consultant. Nobody losing anything. So this is our new marketing plan. I just want to tell you that marketing plan is the live organism. Some people say Mark Hughes designed it 30 years ago in the way we don't need to touch it. No. Mark Hughes didn't mean it, by the way. Mark Hughes introduced several changes himself. I just want to remind you. 246 bonus, 20, 30, 50K, right? Roll up. You remember roll up? Everything was introduced during Mark's time. I want to tell you that there is an incredible group of people working within the marketing committee, okay? And these people, for at least this committee was created, I think, 10 years ago or so, to go and evaluate what we can improve and what we can do better. Wonderful people are working, led by Bruce Peters within the company, who is the champion of numbers and understanding and analytics and everything, and wonderful group of Chairman's Club and Founders Circle members, and they did all the job, and they are working for everybody, analyzing and spending hours and hours and months on meetings and calls and discussions and analysis and everything and design of these little interesting things and changes where we can improve and improve and improve. And so I just want to introduce those people and recognize them for all they do. Susan Peterson, Founders Circle member, John Tartle, Stefan Graziani just joined the team, Guillermo Luna, Pedro Cardozo, who else is there? And a couple of other people back and forth join, and So there are 6, 7 people plus the company working together for at least 10 years, designing, analyzing. So everything which is being introduced has so much thought behind, so much analysis behind. So if someone is introduced to you, you need to be very confident, the way Rich gave you the confidence. So the same with all these little marketing plan changes or enhancements, you need to be confident and apply it as soon as possible. It wasn't just an accident, this marketing plan changes. 4K requalification wasn't an accident. It doubled the retention immediately. And you want to double retention, otherwise we stay with 25 low numbers. So it's just an example. So again, let's give them applause, a big applause to the marketing committee members and Bruce Peters. They made all the work, and we enjoy it today. Thank you. So, and this is your new marketing plan, which is going to be better even, by the way. You're going to hear more changes, more enhancements. Don't worry, this year you're going to hear 1 or 2 more, which you are going to be so much excited that you can't even imagine. It's going to change again the game to the better. So this is it. You don't need to jump from 1st to the 5th level. This is the marketing plan. Forget about president's team and millionaire team and all the rest. This is your marketing plan. And supervisor is the highest position within the marketing plan. The rest is duplication, trust me. You don't need to drive crazy brand new distributor saying, listen, this is president. They have no idea what is it get team, forget team. What is it get team? Millionaire team. They don't understand it. Sounds good, but don't put pressure on them don't sell them too much get team and millionaire team and president's team. You can tell once, but then you go to the next level. And next level is senior consultant, very simple. And more senior consultants you have, more people who are excited and they have their mother and father on product. This is all we need to think about. So the next, please. This is our supervisors. This is different supervisors. Some of them are just users. Some of them are small retailers. Some of them are good retailers. And very few are naturally recruiters. We used to appreciate those recruiters more than the rest. But it's actually only 4% of people, and we want to appreciate and let everybody feel good and let everybody be recruiters, so-called. I don't want to use recruiters, builders. Builder sounds much better to me because recruiting is just first phase of building. Because if you recruit but don't build under, you're going to lose, because we proved it scientifically again. Supervisor who has supervisor under this supervisor has much higher chances to stay and perform. You know it, right? Do you agree with that? Distributor who has distributor under this distributor under him has much higher chances to stay and be engaged in the business than the one who has nobody under. Do you agree with that? Customer who has customer under this customer has much higher chances to become distributor. So all this is very important. It means we want everybody, not just recruiters, but everybody, because everybody can build. Not everybody can be pure cynical recruiter, but everybody can be emotional builder. Everybody who loves products. All we need, there is only one requirement to succeed in this company today, is to love the product. Nothing else. Trust me. Nothing else. That's it. So the question is, can everybody become recruiter? No. But everybody can build organization. We proved it in just last 24 months. We see people who would, in the old times, it was raw material. Recruiting, looking for the next supervisor, and no time for this not serious people. Today, everybody is growing like crazy. Everybody. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to go first. We're in trouble, trying to hide from people. It's a new reality. Everything starts at the distributor level. Everything starts within your personal volume. Your personal volume should be multi-level. Write this down. We will discuss it later. We did it in San Antonio a couple of months ago, and I explained in detail what does it mean, multi-level personal volume or multi-level retailing. This is what starts everything, the structure. Multi-level personal level. Not multi-level supervisor organization. Multi-level distributor organization within your personal volume. This is what we are trying to create. This is what builds future royalties. Are you just recruiting to screen and find new supervisor, or really building organization? These are two different activities. Some people did this in the old times. And some people, by the way, unfortunately keep going and just recruiting first line without thinking twice what actually they're creating, looking for the next person. And of course, it's very hard to duplicate, because you must be a recruiting machine. And this new person who is coming with the question mark is wondering, what actually I'm going to do? What do I need to duplicate? And if I need to duplicate this guy, and I'm not this guy, I'm not natural recruiter, I'm little part-time customer, distributor, just wondering if it's good business for me or not, of course I don't see myself, I don't associate myself with this guy. Do you agree with that? Yes, no? Thank you very much. But if I go for this particular way of building my distributor organization, I have the same amount of distributors, but I'm going through circle of influence to build and develop each and every one of them and go deeper. I am creating future royalties. Look at this. Future royalties within my personal volume. And I have distributors under distributors, and they have much to lose. And now they start accumulating. And now they are engaged within the process. And now I have line of 2, line of 3 supervisors at the end of the day qualified, and they all within the structure. They all, almost everybody has downline. Almost everybody has downline here. You see? Most of them have downline. In the first case, nobody has downline. The one who has downline is just mistake. It's a bug within PowerPoint. It's a Windows problem. Microsoft just made mistake. It's a mistake. It wasn't supposed to happen. But if I design my business this way, everybody's happy. Because I don't I don't expect from anybody to show some capabilities which people don't have. You understand? Everybody is good. And everybody has downline. And I'm creating my 3 generations of royalties within my personal volume. That's why I don't want them, sounds interesting to some of you, to many of you, I don't want them to qualify to supervisor level. No. Just stay quiet. Just stay quiet and think about it. I don't want these people to qualify. I want them to stay as distributors. The longer they stay as distributors, bigger the business is going to be right after. You can't even imagine the difference. The longer they stay in this structure, most distributors and customers we are able to put under this, the higher probability of huge royalties done by this group we are going to see. I don't want them to become supervisors. I slow this down as much as I can. And we find ourselves in the brand new game. They convince me to become supervisors. They come and drive me crazy. We want to do it this month. I say no. Slow down. Let's put more people. Because naturally, if someone becomes supervisor under you, you a bit lose your interest a little bit to this line because you are dealing with new lines. Thinking recruiting, the old times recruiting. Forget about it. Keep more supervisors within your personal distributors, within your personal volume. You will not recognize your business. 6 months later, don't let them qualify. Don't let distributors to qualify, but build under. You build under, you will see such a big personal volumes. You never seen such a big personal volumes in your group. You understand? Just last story I was told by my distributors in Russia. They started to work with the lady. Lady got through weight loss challenge, got results, blah, 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 became distributors, and wanted to become supervisor, and her upline sponsor said, no, you're not going to become supervisor. We need to build first. You can't buy. She could, but they said you can't. Whatever. You can't just buy it. We don't do it. We build it. So she said, okay, what do I do? So upline sponsor said, who do you know? Let's go and meet these people. They went to meet these people, put some customers under this distributor, met those people and those people and those people, and this is what they've created, what I just showed you. A real story, a real picture. This lady qualified eventually with many, many customers and distributors under her. 3 months later, she became a supervisor. It was in December. In January, her personal volume, the very next month was 6,500 volume points with no one supervisor qualification, was produced by the same people who were put together during her being a distributor. And the next month in January, she produced 10,500 volume points without any new supervisor qualification of 4,000 volume points. The structure became so big that now she is qualifying already. We can see top team organization. New supervisor in 2 months in business produced 17,000 volume points, 17,000 without any supervisor qualification, done by quite a big group already. And when you look at this group, you already see get team organization. In personal volume. Her personal volume is already having get team within personal volume, this big. What else do we need? We don't need anything else. So this is the way to build, to slow down qualifications and build like crazy. You will see lots of qualifications. You will see 10 times more qualifications because you appeal to 10 times bigger audience. Distributors is 10 times bigger than supervisors. That's why you can allow yourself to build multi-level structure within your personal volume. Don't let them qualify because you lose them. Build under them. You understand the difference? New marketing plan. You don't lose points. Don't worry. No pressure anymore. No pressure. Write this down. No pressure. The new marketing plan allows you no pressure. Nobody losing volume points, so you can keep your distributor and distributor within your personal volume for a longer period of time and help him to create a customer and distributor base. As a result, you will have a strong new supervisor within established personal volume. This kind of supervisor shows much higher engagement. This is how you look at your circle of influence, people they know, real business. It's hard a little bit to do it in the internet, but in real life, in your neighborhood, it's very easy to do. So that's why we urge everybody to go and develop local communities, okay, and switch from internet to the local offline business. We respect internet very much. I think it's a great communication tool, but the real life is within community. There, the real life within your weight loss challenge, within your nutrition club, within your customers. You see, you have people who will go with you, who will not go with you. Red dots are with you, and blue dots are not interested, which is fine. But if you just go and do several home parties, you see, can you do it? 2-3 weeks, several home parties, you can see it, right? This is what you receive. You understand? It's the same, these two pictures are the same. I didn't see it this way. Pedro Cardozo helped me the other day to look at the picture in a different way. It's the same exactly. Look at this. This is one, several home parties you did, but you went deep, developing circle of influence. And this is what you got. It's the same picture. Only red dots stayed with the picture. It's amazing. Now you can see your structure. Now you can see future royalties. You already have multi-level within your personal volume. Everybody has downline. Everybody's crazy. Nobody's staying behind. If you have downline, the chances to survive and succeed are much higher. So this is wrong. To build this way is just wrong. This is the conclusion. Wrong approach. This is right approach. So we used to work this way, you know, qualifying, looking for the new supervisor, which is wrong to my mind. Now this is what we started to do, to go deeper and create deeper downlines and get more customers under distributors, more customers under distributors, more customers under distributors, creating deeper lines, keeping people within personal volume as long as possible. 3 months is good, 6 months is good. No matter. As long as possible, I'm telling you, they will put pressure on you. And you will be strong sponsors. You will be strong. You will not be in the position of begging, please qualify because I need volume. There is end of the month, I don't have volume, please qualify. I need volume. Come on. This is not the position. The position is to have huge personal volume and show everybody example. And the only way to have huge personal volume is to have many distributors active within your personal volume. To have distributors active, you need to have distributors under the distributors and the distributors, the customers, the distributors. This is what you want to have. So, a new marketing plan allows you, without any pressure, to create it. And this is what you create at the end of the day. This is the example of personal volume, real one. This is the way to build, right? And you see different customers, some of them nutrition club, some of them weight loss challenge customers, some of them just customers. Total customers is 83. This is a particular person. It's an example of a certain person, how personal volume became from 1,000. She was struggling to make 1,000, now she's doing 10,000 with no problem at all. But the difference between 1,000 and 10,000 is not just volume. It's not just about producing volume, it's not about selling products, and it's not about recruiting. It's about why you are selling and why you are recruiting. What the purpose of selling and recruiting if it's not being built this kind of structure which will give additional business. Otherwise we are just stay as retailers or recruiters. But with this approach everybody is becoming a builder. So, and here's what happened. These people became supervisors because they have established business. So she stayed with only 28 customers as a supervisor in her personal volume, and 52 out of 52 customers moved from personal to organizational volume. If you paid attention, what happened? Customers, it was customers within personal volume, but multi-level, under distributors. They all moved from personal volume into organizational. Is it right? Did you pay attention? This is how personal volume is becoming organizational. Write this down. We want our personal volume to become organizational. In this way, it's becoming organizational. If it's just recruiting and qualifying supervisors, it's never becoming organizational. Because people are qualified, become supervisors, and if they're not active, you don't see them in your organizational volume. It's pure loss. In this way, you see how personal volume is becoming organizational volume, and you got royalties the very next month. And another question is, we can already see immediately in this structure active whole team organization. Very simple. You can see it. Now we have this little discussion, why active whole team organization. I think active whole team level is very important level because this is the intermediate level between distributor, supervisor and get team member, the first leadership, true leadership level, person engaged in all activities, recruiting, retailing, building organization, having supervisors, duplication, everything is within active whole team. You know the qualification and everything, you don't need it. These three different types of qualification, they represent different types of activities within our business. You know all this. This is very important. And so once we have all three activities, you become active whole team. This is the active whole team structure. This is how it looks like. This is what we are trying to establish. Every supervisor can become easily and very fast active whole team. That's it. An active whole team is huge because it's 6 months to do it only, right? But this is half get team. This is it. And everybody can do it. Every supervisor. Now we have every supervisor on the way to active whole team. Not every second, but every one, regardless who these people are. Because of their structure of personal volume, everybody is becoming. Just matter of time. And but we need to plan it, of course. It must be planned. There is a training behind. There is the whole story. And it's a 6 months long project. It's a project. It's a design. So they know what they need to build. This is what they need to build. And this is how they build it. We design it. 6 months project. Everybody is within the project. And of course people get all kinds of recognitions, you know this all, and then people do it. And now when you have two supervisors going for active whole team, you go for get team. This is very simple. It's enough volume to become get team member. And I just want to remind you the qualification for Bahamas vacations, 5-star, 7-star promotion, you remember? Some people qualified for 5 stars and 7 stars. The qualification was to have newly qualified lines of active whole team members designed by Alan Lorenz. This promotion and results were huge. The difference between this group and the rest of people who just produce huge personal volume is huge. These people increased royalties and the rest of the group not exactly. Okay, so some people, they've been developing leadership groups, and some people just producing personal volume. The result is huge. The result is so big. Some people increase their royalties like you can't even imagine. In Bahamas, we interviewed these people, and the average royalty increase was 4,645 royalty points during the qualification period. 90,000 volume points. People increase their royalties substantially by building new leadership groups. It's huge results. Compared to the rest of people, they had almost no royalty increase or very small. So, and some people increased dramatically. Some people increased from 1,000 royalty to 10,000 royalty. And Vinay from India, where are you? Was on stage here yesterday. Okay, great story, and he was there during this thing, and he increased during vacation period of qualification, he had 10 new lines of active Voltium. Of course, he established huge first line with leadership groups, and not just first line recruiting, first line leadership groups. That's a different story, right? We're in leadership building situation, not in recruiting and qualifying supervisors. It's one step further. It's creating leadership. It's duplication going on. So his royalty was increased from 1,000 to 10,000 in a very solid way. And from then to now, it's 25,000 royalty check, 20K, just qualified 20K, joined the company 4 years ago. 25,000 royalty check. Thank you very much. This is very dramatic. This is very dramatic. This is something which we never seen. And this is what's going to happen within the company, and with high retention. And with high retention and higher engagement. Okay, so who wants the marketing plan to work for you? I will give you a couple of ideas how to do it, what to pay attention to, and then you will go crazy. But be patient. 24 months from now, you will not recognize your business. Trust me, you're going to cry. Bring napkins with you. Number one, stop selling products to distributors. Teach everybody to order products from the company and accumulate volume points. Even if they're just discounted customers. Even if they don't believe in themselves as distributors. Even their own self-perception is not distributor but just customer. They say, I don't need anything, okay, I will buy from you. You are very gently teach everybody to place direct orders within the company. And people who just been customers, didn't think about anything else, you are coming next month saying, Mary, you have 100 volume points. All you miss now is 4,900. You see, you're on your way to supervisor. She says, what is it, supervisor? And you are engaged in the new discussion. Let's put people under you, let's go. Let's improve your situation. Let's cover your expenses. Let's go to senior consultant. Let's help to get who you know. Okay, and there is no business. We're not in the business. No business. Business will become later. Senior consultant, success builder, accumulating volume, improving discount, improving retail profit. Slowly but surely, person is finding herself with the team. And that's it. It's a leader. It's going to be a leader. Like this grandmother, 100 years person sleeping under the sun. This Mary is going to be president's team. It's the same Mary Mark Hughes was talking about 10 years ago and 15 years. You remember Mary? That's the Mary. This is the one I mean. So, it's Mark Hughes' Mary. Do it with every single distributor, including those who are actually customers and only need products. They will change their mind in the process. You will see it. You will see your customers changing their mind. All of them, 100%. All of them, including rich people. Trust me. They got excited. They're looking for new things in their life. Everybody will go with you. Everybody. Everybody wants to be in the game of accumulating points. It's just unbelievable. It's a disease. I mean, it's a great thing. It's almost like a disease. People want to accumulate something. Miles, points, anything. So, stop thinking the old way. Who do I recruit? The first line and qualify new supervisor. This model is good for few select people, recruiters. I told you this. You want every distributor to be engaged, and you want to be every distributor with a distributor and a distributor. By the way, I want to tell you something. Distributor without distributor under him is a tragedy. It's a tragic situation. Write this down. You should avoid it as much as possible. It's a tragic situation. Distributor having no distributor under distributor. Or customer having no his mother on product. It's a tragedy. It's a personal tragic situation. That's why we want everybody to be with downline. Customers, distributor, we don't care. You understand? I was trying to make a joke, but I probably didn't succeed. So, start building a multi-level structure within your personal volume. Multi-level is not about multi-level supervisors. It's about your personal volume. Start thinking personal volume. Forget about the rest. Personal volume must be deep. 5 lines, 6 lines deep. Once you see your personal volume deep, you will not recognize the entire process will change for you. Sometimes you will even need to slow down your brand new distributor who badly want to qualify. Sometimes we need to slow them down in order to allow this building and the people. Take this distributor and help him to create customer and distributor base. The principles are very simple. These are principles. Profound long-term training first, qualification second. It must be a rule. I remember we came to Mexico and Enrique Varela said a very simple thing. You can't just open the club. You need to spend in someone else, in your upline sponsor club, at least 3 months. There is no theory. You need to live it. You need to live it. There is a rule. If you open new club without being exposed and trained in existing club, you're going to fail. That's it. It's very simple. You know, and many people tried it. And then we discovered that he is right. Why should we check it if they got such a big experience? So we never tested it. We said, this is what he says, this is what we do. That's it. It was very simple. Some people tested and found it right. It's exactly the same here. Profound long-term training first, qualification second. Some people do the opposite. Qualification first, then they start training. You're going to lose this person. There is high probability to lose the person. Getting customers and making money first, qualification second. This is how we increase probability to keep people around. Customer and distributor base first, qualification second. Developing circle of influence first, putting the family on products first, qualification second. If you go based on those principles, you will retain everybody. If you ignore those principles, you will have low chances to retain people. It's proved already. Again, this is our lovely marketing plan. I love it. The rest is duplication. We try to convince people not to jump over those steps. They convince us to jump over. I'm in a good position. It's not me motivating them, buy more products than you need. They convince me I need more products than I have. You understand? The rule, it's a new way of working. My distributors put pressure on me every day. We want to go further, to the next level. I said, great. Prove it to me. Let's arrange new home party. Let's meet your mom. Circle of influence. Yeah, let's go. Because they want to move. It's not me want them to, they need to move. It's unbelievable. It's a brand new game, ladies and gentlemen. Try it. You're going to love it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. So no more select people. This is good for everybody. No more impulsive decisions. No more accidents. As Michael Cole is saying, he said to us, business must be done by design, not by accident. Everything, all aspects of it. From retail sale up to supervisor qualification and the rest. It must be done by design. So now we can do it by design. It used to be many accidents. Okay? Now it's done by design. And you need to be patient. It will take 2-3 years to change practices, habits, and culture within the entire organization. We need to be very patient. We see it in Russia. It takes 3 years. But after 3 years, everything starts like, you will see. And the entire company will achieve 3 years from now, 70 plus average retention rate. And then, guys, we haven't seen a business yet. The company is going from 40 to plus to 80% retention rate. It will take 3 years. That's it. It's going to be crazy, I'm telling you. We are going to move. You choose where you want to be 3 years from now. Replacing most of your people or being here. Where do we want to be? But these are supervisors. In order to have this picture and not this one, we need to look at distributor level, how they become supervisors. This is what's critical. How we work with distributors. Forget about supervisors. Supervisors is done deal. Write this down. Supervisors is done deal. We need to look at distributors' activities and distributor level because there are 10 times more people there. 10 times more people at the distributor level, and we don't pay enough attention to these people. These people are most important. Distributors, supervisors is done deal. Pay more attention to distributors. And then you will be there and not here. And so as a company, we are moving from 25% to 75%. We're in the middle of our way. And now 3 years from now, we're going to be here as a company. Guys, forget about $10 billion. No, who cares about $10 billion? Michael Johnson was talking about $42 billion at the Chairman's Club meeting. But again, this $42 billion is a great number and not many people comprehend it and appreciate the number. But it's still based on the 50% rate retention. We're not going to grow by 10, 15% anymore. 2 years from now, starts from 2013, if you go and apply it, we will get to 30, 40, 50, 60% business increase year on year. We haven't seen business yet. It's just about to start, but we need 24 months of everybody applying and improving and getting to 75% average company's retention. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much.
Years ago